Shalom, Kala, Yahba, Shem, Shah. Just want to bring out this lesson about Leviathan, which in the movie they call the beast actually Godzilla. Now, you look into the definition of the word Leviathan, it means the Lord's pet or something to that nature. So I'm going to pull it up real quick just for edification. We're going to it. I spelled it wrong. Let's see. It says in biblical use, a sea monster identified in different passages with the whale and the crocodile. It says a very large aquatic creature, especially a whale, thing that's very large or powerful, especially a ship. Even though that's something else. Let's see what's the meaning of the name. That's exactly what I was looking for. It says, this ain't what it, they don't slip some new shit in here now, because it's definitely one there. It says something about there's a sea monster referred to in the Bible. The words become synonymous with any large sea monster or creature in classical literature, such as the novel Moby Dick. It refers to the great whales, and in modern Hebrew, it means simply whale. Well, I'm not looking for the modern Hebrew. I'm looking for the ancient Hebrew. Let's see. Leviathan, meaning in Hebrew. No, I was on here at the top, man. This is one of Esau's smear campaigns once again. But the actual name means the Lord's pet. That's what it means. Or God's pet. Well, they just don't switch it up and put some jump out Moby Dick on here and all that shit. That's Esau for you, though. They do shit like that. Because they got Levi on there, which means to join on, add on to. It says the name is and they got the eyebrow on there. It says the derivation of the root to twine, to join with an adjective suffix with a literal meaning of wrist, twisted in, folds. Let's see, we go all the way into it. Lothan, one of the servants of the sea god, which that's some extra shit they added in. That's not what it is. It's really. Let's see if I can find it somewhere else. That's another reason why it's good to get as much of this information as you can, because Esau got smear campaigns. They taking down channels. They taking down certain stuff. They try to distort the real information to come out. All right, so what I might have to do, I might have to try to actually see. I should type it in and see what pop up. I didn't want this video to be too long, but I'm gonna make sure I find this just for edification's sake. Let's see. have to get like literal with it. Cause it got stuff about the behemoth, but that ain't what I'm talking about. It's just another creature. It goes into detail more about like dinosaurs and all that stuff, which that's basically what this is, but it's a sea creature too. That's all you see in these pictures. I might not be able to find it. I might have to pull it up later for another lesson because, like I said, I don't want to make it too long. This is supposed to be just something short. But basically, that's what Leviathan mean when you go into it. You got time, look it up later on yourself because all this information that we brought out, it's key to look it up yourself also. But I remember when I typed this in a while ago because I was like, man, I want to see what this name means, Leviathan. And I looked it up, and that's what it was. But now you got all type of other information about Moby Dick and um, other sea creature names and all type of whales and all type of shit like that. So anyway, now where they get this from, it ain't no coincidence that they got Leviathan. Look what it's about to destroy. You know, ain't no coincidence they got it on there. That's why you got scriptures that say, "Oh, man's heart failed him for fear of what's coming upon the earth." Because if man see this, you go outside, you see something like this walking off the beach. Hey, man might have a heart attack. And that's what the military see this too. Submarines see it, all that. Because there's creatures out there that Esau can't capture. And the scripture going to, now I'm gonna read in the book of Job, chapter 41. It says, "Canst thou draw out Leviathan with a hook, or his tongue with a cord, which thou lettest down? Canst thou put a hook into his nose, or bore his jaw through with a thorn? Will he make any supplications unto thee? Will he speak soft words unto thee? Will he make a covenant with thee? Wilt thou take him for a servant forever? Wilt thou play with him as with a bird? Or wilt thou bind him for thy maidens? Shall the companions make a banquet of him? Shall they part him among the merchants? Canst thou fill his skin with barbed irons, or his head with fish spears? Lay thine hand upon him, remember the battle, do no more. Behold, the hope of him is in vain. Shall not one be cast down, even at the sight of him? None is so fierce that dare stir him up. Who then is able to stand before me?" Basically, the Most High letting Job know when he was talking to him about this. It's like, look, he controlled this type of creature, so who else can come up against him? And it says, none is so fierce that dare stir him up. Who then is able to stand before me? Who have prevented me that I should repay him? Whatsoever is under the whole heaven is mine. I will not conceal his parts, nor his power, nor his common proportions. Who can discover the face of his garment? Or who can come to him with his double bridle? Who can open the doors of his face? His teeth are terrible round about, his scales are his pride, shut up together as with a close seal. One is so near to another that no air can come in between them. That's why he can dwell down the bottom of the ocean like that. It says, they are joined one to another, they stick together, that they cannot be sundered. By his nations a light doth shine, and his eyes are like the eyelids of the morning. And that's where they get this from. When you see the eyelids on the eyes, how they be shining. It said, out of his mouth go burning lamps, and sparks of fire leap out. Now, come on now. You can't make this up. Where do you think they get this from? Godzilla. It says, out of his nostril goes smoke, as out of a seething pot, a cauldron. His breath kindleth coals, and the flame goeth out of his mouth. It said, in his neck remaineth strength, and sorrow is turned into joy before him. The flakes of his flesh are joined together, and they are firm in themselves. They cannot be moved. His heart is as firm as a stone, yea, and hard as a piece of the nether millstone. It said, when he raised himself up, the mighty are afraid by reason of breaking. They purify themselves. The sword of him that liveth, at him cannot hold the spear, the dart, nor the harbinger. It says, he esteemeth iron as straw, and brass as rotten wood. Arrow cannot make him flee. Sling stones are turned with him into stubble. Darts are counted as stubble. He laugheth at the shaking of a spear. Sharp stones are under him. He spreadeth sharp pointed things upon the mire. He maketh the deep boil like a pot. He maketh the sea like a pot of ointment. He maketh a path to shine after him. one would think the deep to be horrid, because when you think about the ocean, it's like, oh man, can't nothing possibly exist down there. Well, you actually got this down there, and it ain't just one of them either. It says, upon the earth there is not his like, who is made without fear. It said, he behold of all high things. He is king over all the children of pride. And who are the children of pride? Esau. It's Edomites. Because they feel like they can go catch any animal, lock them up in the zoo and shit, put them in the circus. Yeah, they ain't putting this in no damn circus. So, I just wanted to bring this out because I was looking online seeing when this movie come out because I actually want to check it out myself. I was a fan of it when I was younger. Never really understood why, but I just happened to like dinosaurs and shit like that. But now I see why. This stuff was dwelling back then, and this stuff still like this hidden in the ocean. You got jungles and stuff. The Esau they can't really travel through like that. Where it's actual creatures that they can't capture. So you can look further into it. Like I said, look up the name Leviathan to see what it means or whatever, or the name Godzilla and see where they get the origins from and all that, and it'll go deeper into it. You just gotta filter through all the stuff Esau put up online, and you'll see what's really going down. So call all y'all by Shem Shah. Shalom.